How's it doing, guys? Hayden of Everything here, and today we are actually doing a video. This is especially surprising if you frequently watch my channel, because anybody who knows me knows I am a notorious procrastinator. But today we are reviewing the Redline 20 reverb head by VHT amplification and the crate GL112ST, the 112ST. Now, of course, this model is not in production because crate's kind of non-existent right now. It's gone. It's been gone for a while. I mean, it stopped producing a while back. VHT amps, however, they're still up, so you can easily find a VHT amp head like this one. You can just find it basically anywhere, but except for Guitar Center. Guitar Center doesn't really like to carry the VHT Redline 20 reverb head. But now let's just get into this video. I've been pushing this off for too long. Okay, so first things first, the technical specs, or the technicals, or the technological specs. That's how you pronounce it. Okay, so this here amplifier head, I don't know the exact weight, but it's got a red Tolex material. It's got this vintage-esque grill cloth. It's got the nice VHT nameplate on it. A black handlebar, or black handle for better transport. Well, the version I had also came with a foot switch, as you can see right there. And how the foot switch works is I take the left button, press it a couple times, it can change to a different type of gain channel. More on the gain channels a bit later. If I press the right channel, it changes between the clean and the gain. So, speaking of the gain channels, there are actually 4 different gain channels, and they are overdrive, distortion, metal, and redline. Redline of which is actually one of my favorites to use for a nice lead tone. There's also a clean channel, and the clean actually stays clean at high volumes, surprisingly. Now, of course, you can't have an amplifier without a volume knob. This amp features 2 volume knobs, one for the gain, one for the volume of the clean channel. There's a gain knob. I'm gonna just turn this to where I usually put it. There we go, about 9. There's a reverb knob. I'm gonna put that where I usually put it. A high-end knob, a mid knob, a low knob. So it's got a 3-band EQ, reverb, and gain control. Pretty simplistic, but it sounds amazing. I'll show you what I'm talking about later on in this video. Let's move on to this amp cabinet here. It's just a crate 1x12. It says it's loaded with a Sebastian speaker. I was really hyped because it might be the vintage 30, but then I realized it was just the G12K 100. So it's essentially 100 watts, but it's definitely not a vintage 30, so a lot of people are going to complain that it's not regular metal. It has the black grill cloth and nice crate logo, because that's totally a marketing point in the modern day. It's got a handle on the top. That's also pretty convenient. And yeah, let's just plug it in now and play some songs. This demonstration, I'm just going to be doing a normal few chords on each respective channel, unless there's actually an original song that uses said channel. So I'm kind of using a mirror as my view because I'm lazy. But as you can hear, it's definitely already better than my sheeple Fender Frontman 10G over there. So yeah, let's just get into the playing. bluesy gain setting that I have on that I kind of made myself. Let's go. I'm try to get the mic to a more comfortable position. Well, I messed up that. Moving on. Now I have my guitar amp set to a clean tone, kind of. I'm just going to be playing some normal chords on this. Okay. Probably watching this thinking, but Hayden, how well does it do on trying to replicate other guitarists' tones? Well, lucky for you, I actually have an entire 2-page piece of paper with all of these tones on it, from Jimi Hendrix all the way to good old, like, Amon Amarth, or Steve Vai, as well as my own dialings, as you can see here. This tone I actually had to change it up a little because I didn't get an amp with presence, and yep, my phone is causing a bit of feedback from the amplifier too. Okay, here we go. This one is also a bit difficult to obtain because this isn't a rotary speaker, but anyways, here we go. I turned up the volume a little because this tone is actually a bit quiet. And yeah, of course I'm not going to play a Stratocaster without playing something from David Gilmour, so here we go. Of course, people would chase after me if I didn't include something by Jimi Hendrix, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. That I had a rotary emulator on my effect processor that you see right there, as well as a wah, and some extra gain as well, so that's going to help me out quite a bit for this playthrough. So I'm actually going to just leave the camera here. Hope it stays up, because I'm going to need it for some wah. So yeah, I think that's it for the Stratocasters. Let's move on to the Les Paul players. And most of these tones are attempted through just the amplifier, unless literally impossible to replicate. So that's why I didn't really try to do the comfortably numb tone, because it would have actually required my processor to come in. Anyways, that's beside the point. Les Paul users are now in effect, and I hope this is actually decent. I will also try to link the site in which well, I'm not going to link it. It's actually pretty easy to find. You just look up tone settings or something. Freaking stand up, stupid phone. My gosh. This is why I need a new camera. And maybe even a tripod too. Okay, so this is the last song I'm going to be playing because I'm too lazy to do anything else, so here we go. The final thing I have to say, of course, for this to be a proper review video, is my views on it. What do I think of the amplifier? I think it's one of the best amplifiers I've ever played, but then again, I rarely play very many amplifiers. So, it's not saying much, but it's definitely a great amplifier. And if you can actually find one of these bad boys, I highly recommend you get it. It's a very powerful amplifier, especially for 20 watts. And it has reverb. That alone seals the deal. Because reverb on an amplifier is just beautiful. Anyways, I hope you liked my video, and I hope that I didn't make you cringe too much. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.